Welcome back. What's up, you guys? It is Blondeberry Media right here on the Oak 93.5 WRLYLP Raleigh. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. We are in 2023. I missed y'all. I really did. I was like, oh, I can't wait to get back. We about to spill the tea, get into it. How was your holiday? I visited my grandma and who else has both grandparents and you say you're going to your grandma's house? I'm so sorry. I visited my grandparents. So let's say that in total, I visited my grandparents. We had Christmas dinner. I got to see my cousins. I love them. I know I'm going to see them in a couple weeks, but I love you guys so much. I just love them so much, you know, because this was the four of us in the beginning, me, my older sister, and them too. So we just feel incredibly close. So blessed to have them. I am live on my Instagram right now. If you want to tune in, we have the comments going up. Mr. Gage is in there popping off in the comments. So please tune into my Instagram live. I had a great new year. Normally, I am in the house, y'all. It's giving grandma. It's giving CNN. It's giving Ryan Seacrest. The Dick Clark, I know he took over that special. But this year, y'all, I was outside with the people, drinks, shots. I was definitely inebriated. I hope you guys were. It was giving eggnog for Christmas, but New Year's was definitely tequila, champagne. I mean, that's just my drink of choice. I don't know what you guys were drinking, but I wish you all a happy and a healthy new year. I loved seeing the clips from the New Year's Eve special. Shout out to Paris Hilton, right? Paris, just briefly, if I could just say, Paris Hilton has had the come-ups of all come-ups. I mean, yes, she was born to a wealthy family, but we're talking like if you are a early 2000s baby, then you already know the hurdles and the things she had to get over to get to where she is, and she just looks so marvelously beautiful. She came out on the stage with Miley Cyrus and performed Stars Are Blind. Like, I was like, oh my God. She looked so good. She sounded good. Shout out to Miley for for sharing her, platform with Paris. Every time I see Paris, I just get so excited. I love Paris Hilton. Also, Don Lemon, he missed the ball drop. Did you see that clip? He missed the ball drop, y'all. He was, me too. He was like taking a drink, or like he was passing out Mardi Gras beats. He was in New Orleans and they were playing Back That A Up by Juvenile, and he was just standing there like, I'm like, the ball missed it, and then they want to be like, all right, let's do the countdown. It's already 12 o'clock, and it's already 12 o'clock. I just thought that was that was super incredibly hilarious. But in the new year, we definitely want to give a congrats to Miss Summer Walker. She just had twins, her and Larry. Sidebar, Larry, I don't know your last name. I be looking at the blogs and it just says Larry. Who is that? I have no clue what his last name is or what he does or how they met or why they're not together. Summer just said she's not going to tolerate certain things, but what does that mean? You done got the man's name tatted on your face. I'm confused. I thought this was a forever thing. I thought you were in love. I don't know what's going on with that. So shout out to Summer Walker. She had twins, and she also said that she had the twins naturally. No, she said, did you see the clip? She said she had the twins naturally. No anesthesia. I mean, and she did a home birth. Oh, my screen just went out over here. She did a home birth, and I just can't believe she didn't have any medicine. And she also said that what shocked the girls. She also said that she ate her placenta while she was giving birth to keep her from.
Can you say that?
Yes. I mean, it's that bad?
It's a medical term, right?
It is a medical term. She said that she consumed her placenta while she was giving birth. She said she had a water birth. I mean, she said it. Look up the thing. She said it while she was giving a water birth. And she said she consumed her placenta to stay afloat. She said she would have passed out if she didn't have the meds. So if she didn't have her placenta. So I just shout out to her. That's just the thought of childbirth. I don't have any kids. We all know this. But the thought of childbirth alone just, I don't know. Like, it's scary. I remember when Beyonce was saying in her documentary before, the Blue, when they were talking about Blue, this old documentary, when she was saying, I was scared and I just had to keep reminding myself, like, God made my body to do this. I was born to do this. So I don't know. I just feel like I personally would want to be in the hospital with, like, the doctors and everybody around, but that's not everyone's story. That's not everybody's testimony. So shout out to Summer Walker. I'm extremely happy for her. We don't know the sex of the twins. We don't know their names yet. Obviously, she's probably keeping all that under wraps until, the time comes for her to tell us. So shout out to her and Larry. Whatever. I just feel crazy that we don't know his last name. I don't know his last name. I do not know this man's last name, but shout out to Larry. We also had Nick Cannon gave birth to his 12th child. Did you see the interview with Akon?
Obviously, I don't have a plan.
I saw some interview with Akon. I don't even know what podcast he was on. So there's so many celebrity podcasts. Anywho, it doesn't matter. So Akon, it really doesn't. So Akon was on some interview podcast, I don't know, and he was basically posed a question regarding Nick Cannon and I guess his fathering, or I don't know. So he was asked a question what he thinks about Nick Cannon, and he said that as long as he provides financially, it's fine. He was saying recitals, like, who goes to recitals? That's a white man's game. And I was like, wow. Like, what? Y'all don't go to y'all kids, recitals or sporting events, or, if they're in gymnastics or their meets or track or whatever they're in. Just the fact that he thinks that financial, I'm saying compensation, like this person was in an accident. The fact that he thinks the financial aspect of being a father is enough, definitely triggered some people. But my thing is, do y'all really care? Like, for real? Like, this is Nick Cannon. He's the one going around here creating broken households. He's the one going around having to be Santa Claus on Christmas and in the holidays. We already know that he struggles with his health, and he has lupus. And I was just saying to my coworker, Angela, earlier today that he just looks, sick in the eye sometimes. She was like, he looks tired. I was like, well, maybe he is tired from his sickness and having to run around and be so many different places at once. But congratulations. Woo! They just welcomed his 12th child. So that is exciting for their family. But with the births that have come in the new year have unfortunately come some people who have passed away. We definitely want to say rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. We opened our show with a song by her today. She is one of, I want to call her a Memphis legend. Can I say that? Yeah. Definitely a Memphis legend. I was like, wow, she was so young, 43 years old.
That's scary.
That is scary. That is very scary. She was only 43 years old. I feel terrible for her family, for her community. We definitely saw Glorilla and Lotto sample one of her songs just recently. I see them talking the blog, speculating that her death may be related to drug abuse. And I don't know what hurts my heart more. The fact that she has left the earth so young, or the fact that she has left the earth so young due to, maybe an addiction possibly that she couldn't get help for. So I'm definitely sad. Rest in peace to Gangsta Boo and her family. What's next? Oh, Keenan. Did you see Keenan Cahill? He also passed away right before the new year. What a joy. Like, he just brings me back to like the Chris Crocker age of YouTube. He was incredibly funny, infectious, his laugh, early YouTube was so different. His taste in music. We all remember the infamous video of 50 Cent coming out the back room or closet, rapping along with one of his songs. Very, very sweet. So rest in peace to Keenan, and prayers to his family. And he was also very young. He was 27 or 37. I think he was 27 actually. That's really young. Ooh, chow, because I'm only 31. Okay. And then last, we have to say rest in peace to the legend, the pioneer, the icon, the mother that is Barbara Walters. I would not be sitting in this seat. I would not have a degree in journalism. I would not have the opportunities that many women have if it was not for the one and only Barbara Walters. Definitely sad about that. Although it's not like woo, like crazy, you know, she was 93, so we get it.
She lived a full life, man.
She did live a full life. She lived a full life.
She was old when she left.
What am I gonna do about my whole screen's off? This one right here. Am I? She lived a full life. What I love the most is that Don Lemon, his post when he said we used to have dinners together, and just seeing her walk through his home with her and seeing how close their relationship was, it just warms my heart. And then we saw what Oprah posted in tribute to Barbara Walters, and we also saw what Star Jones posted. She said, I would not be who I am. I would not have the opportunities that I had if it wasn't for Barbara, you know, basically affording me the opportunity. As we all know, Barbara Walters, she started The View. She created The View on ABC so that she could give women the chance to be on a panel to voice their opinions about pop culture and hot topics and politics. It makes me just like, you know, like when the legends start going, it's like, whoa, like this is serious. I don't know, it just gives you chills almost. She was the first woman on the nightly news, and it just makes me like, oh, it's kind of sad. But the tributes that they were giving her on Instagram, it makes me so happy to just see that so many people love her and appreciate her life while she was here. So shout out to Barbara Walters and her family. Definitely praying for them. But I know people are like, she's 93, why are you guys so sad? Because it's like the end of an era. Like, oh wow, especially after she like when she retired from The View, I was like, oh my god, she's really leaving. But it's just I don't know, it's just kind of sad. When I felt that way when Prince died too. I'm like, wow, this is really like the end of an era. Like, people are really like our legends, our icons. They're leaving us, and the new generation is, you know, coming in. So I don't know, it just makes me think about that a little bit. But you guys, I do want to get into the Tory Lanez verdict right after the break. So we are gonna sit. Are we sighing in the back? They're sighing in here. Oh no, baby, because the apology's about to be just as loud as the disrespect. So period. Right after the break, y'all, we are going to get into all of my final thoughts regarding this. I told you I would not comment on this until the verdict came out. It is out, and I have things to say. Let's get into it, okay? I'm here to report that I still haven't seen Avatar. I don't know if
it really is 3 hours.
You guys, let me just be candid with you for a moment. I normally go to the movies by myself, like literally by myself. And unless somebody's like, hey, do you want to do this? So I don't think that I can sit for 3 hours, right? 3 hours alone. That's a long time. Like, what if I have to pee and then come back and like, okay, what happened? Like, I can't ask a random stranger, like, what did I miss in 3 minutes? You know, I don't know. How long is before it's on HBO Max or something?
I should tell you how good it is, because Black Adam went straight to HBO.
Yeah, Black Adam went straight to HBO Max. Dang. Sorry. I keep saying I might. I'm not. I'm waiting. When is it gonna be on Amazon or HBO Max or something? I'm definitely waiting. Okay. Oh, and also, are y'all watching the Best Man chapters on Peacock?
I'd rather it be a movie.
Rather been a movie. Okay, well, somebody close to me called me racist because I never seen The Best Man. They did. I mean, it's just certain things that I haven't seen, like, in the black community, because the original movie probably came out when I was like 8 or 7. Like, it's not, you know, it's not in my realm. Like, I'm a Disney kid, you know what I mean? Like, Disney, thanks for what? Like, that's me. Like, that's me. Like, I'm Disney, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think, like, the early 2000s stuff, like, you know, so that's right, like all those movies, like Freaky Friday, like stuff like that. So that's just, I'm a Disney kid, like that's just me. So anywho, y'all, watched the first one, watched the second one. I started the Best Man chapters. Lance is annoying. Terrence Howard's character is probably my favorite character out of the franchise. But he's real, and he is acting down to the tips of his fingertips. Like Terrence is crazy in person. Like, you know, we've heard stories about his personal life, so he might have a little eccentric vibe or what, I don't know what's going on in his personal life, but him as an artist, like as an act, that man can act like it. Like just in the little clips you've seen him in. So yeah, and then let's talk about the hair budget. The wigs are so bad on the Best Man chap. Not Nia. Nia probably brought her own hairstylist and makeup artist because her hair is laid. But the wig that Regina Hall's character is wearing and the wig that Sanaa laid, I'm just like, what's going on? Y'all need Nia's people because I'm just confused. Like, you know, this is supposed to be black excellence. Like, here you guys are coming to Peacock for the final chapters, and this is the budget for the hair? Oh my God, it's upsetting. Anywho, let's move on. I wasn't even going to talk about that, but I've been watching it. Let me know what you guys are watching. I still haven't seen Avatar. It makes me sad.
Did you see the Lizzo joint on HBO?
I didn't. I've been outside. I have not seen the Lizzo joint. I need to see it on HBO Max, and especially because I just saw a clip that she put the clip in when Cardi performed. She brought her out. So yeah, I need to tune into it. You guys know I love a Lizzo. I do love Lizzo. Shout out to Yiddy. We love you, darling. Okay, you guys, we need to get a prayer circle going immediately. Last night, did it happen yesterday?
Literally
last night.
16 hours ago.
DeMar Gamlin of the Buffalo Bills. What position is he?
DB.
Okay. He's a DB. Is that defensive back?
Yeah.
Period. Look at me, y'all. I know something. I know a little something. So he is a defensive back for the Buffalo Bills. He tackled somebody. He stood up, and as soon as he stood up, he collapsed. I was like, did he faint?
It was crazy. Like his body just shut.
Oh my goodness. So the ambulance came, they rushed him off the field. They are now telling us that he had cardiac arrest.
It's a heart attack.
Yeah, he had a heart attack. He is now on life support, or I don't think he's breathing on his own. So,
well, they said he is on life support, but they said it's showing good signs.
It's showing, okay.
You know,
we are praying for that man. We do not want this to be the end of his life, the end of his legacy, the end of his story. He was about to play in that was a big game. I think it's like, I know some things, but I don't know a lot. I just know that the Super Bowl is supposed to be next month, so all these games like matter in my mind.
Well, it's rare even for his age and for his athleticism.
Yeah.
To have a heart attack, you know.
But his mom was saying he was like act a little weird that day, or I don't know. I'm praying for them. What got me is the players crying. Those big men were standing there crying, consoling each other, holding each other. Could have been any one of them. And it brings me, I hate to say it, but you know what I'm gonna say. It brings me to the Concussion movie. That movie made me feel like if I have sons, they're not playing football.
It did take you back to week 3. Tua had a concussion and was like...
Oh yeah, you said a man had a concussion. He had spaghetti legs. Yeah. Who's Tua?
So Tua is the quarterback for the
Miami Dolphins. Yeah. Why? And they didn't stop that game. They just continued on.
They just took him out for concussion protocol. That's it.
And now Skip Bayless. Well, we don't like him anyway, but I mean, I watch Undisputed for Shannon. I'm not watching for Skip, obviously. they were okay. They were playing for a playoff. Oh, they were playing for a playoff position.
It was literally the last game of the season.
But now they said it's postponed. So I don't know. I just saw.
Playoffs literally start this weekend.
The playoffs start this weekend. So what are they gonna do? Yeah, so maybe that's the argument that Skip Bayless was making. Like, I guess, but I don't.
Bad time.
Is it bad time? Yeah, it was bad timing for him to say that, especially when everybody was so, like, that was emotional. I was crying. I don't even know this man. I was crying.
The very first thing out of his mouth,
right?
Even though it just seemed back.
Yeah,
it just seemed backhanded.
So that's why I guess he's getting the backlash, because it's bad timing. We're all his players, you know, like that whole team, like seeing those big men just standing there bawling. I felt so bad. I'm thinking about his mom, what, you know, she's thinking, how is she even processing this? She's at the game and she just sees her son collapse. Oh, my heart. So we are praying for Damar Hamlin, and we are hoping and praying that he makes a full recovery. Amen. Okay, all in agreement. Amen. So moving along, Jeremy Renner. We are praying for him. He's been in many things, but more famously right now, he is Hawkeye. Is that his thing? Yeah, Hawkeye in the Avengers. He was involved in a snowplow accident over the weekend, and he's in ICU. Actually, right now, he's in critical condition, and I hope he pulls through. I really do. It's sad. Like, these random accidents happen right at the, you know, end of the year or the top of the year. And we're just praying for their families, all involved. We want to see these men come home, healthy recoveries. I'm just thinking of them all dearly. Okay, y'all, for real, we're going to take a break. And after this one song, we are going to get into Tory Lane. I have so much to say. Like, whew. The engines are running over here. Okay, so let's take a brief intermission and we will be right back. Should-a-do down. I love that song. I just wanted to be in a feel-good mood before we drop this bomb. So, are you guys out there? Are you listening? Is this thing on? So, on December 23rd, let me hold my paper like I'm the reporter that I am, baby. On December 23rd, Tory Lanez, Tory Lanez, please, don't start with me. Tory Lanez, Daystar Peters, aka Tory Lanez, Canada, that one, yeah. He was found guilty on 3 charges. All 3 charges that he was facing, he was found guilty on all of them on December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. He was charged with assault with a semi-automatic firearm. He was charged with possession of a concealed unregistered firearm. And he was also charged guilty, negligent discharge of a firearm. Guilty on all 3 of those charges. So, I have been waiting for 2 years and some change while Megan Pete, yeah, it's giving government up in here, while Megan Pete, better known as Megan Thee Stallion, was ridiculed, was dragged, was harassed, embarrassed, talked about, okay? For 2 years, I sat here and said, I believe Meg, I stand with Meg, and I wouldn't say anything else until that verdict came back. And I sat in my body and listened to Joe Budden, DJ Academics, 50 Cent, Drake, Carl Crawford, and all you other mangy men that didn't want to believe a Black woman. And here I am, so behooved. I am behooved, darn it, as to why y'all hate her so much. Yes, I'm talking to you. Why do y'all hate her so? Because she lied about sleeping with this man? Let's get back to the facts before I get upset. So, I also want to say that Tory Lanez was allegedly on probation before this incident. incident happened for some other gun possession charge or something. I don't know. Google it, schmoogle it. I'm not Barbara Walters, okay? I'm blondeberry with the T. And he apparently had a possession charge and was on probation before this happened. So I want you all to know, all you haters out there who were in my DMs saying she's lying, I can't believe you, Lily. I want you all to know that this man was going to jail and or being deported regardless. Okay? The gun charge alone. And I didn't think he was going to get the assault charge. I thought he was going to only get the possession of a concealed unregistered firearm, and I thought he was going to get the negligent discharge. I didn't think he was going to get the assault. But you know what? Go ahead and tally it up, Judge. Yeah, tally that up. So, what really bothered me during the course of the trial was Kelsey. Kelsey, as we know, is the former best friend of Megan Thee Stallion. And I was particularly irritated that she came out with a diss track over the course of those 2 years. She was fairly active on her social media saying, wait till I tell my side, wait till this, wait till that. Okay. And then she want to get up there with her prom hairdo, pompadour. And I call it the prom do because she had the little curly tendrils coming down off the sideburns. The girls who get it, get it. Okay? She want to come up there with her prom hairdo talking about some, I don't remember. I could have peeled my skin off. I was so pissed with Kelsey. Do you know what I'm saying? If y'all got smoke for anybody, it needs to be for Kelsey. That was, she kept saying, I don't know, I don't remember. I'm going through postpartum right now. I just had a death in the family. I just gave birth, blah, blah. Girl, you remembered just 2 months ago, what was that, October or September? They pulled the receipts on you. They pulled up them receipts, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. So when she sat up there and suddenly caught amnesia, that, like I said, it was boiling my skin. I could have peeled it off. It was pissing me off so bad that she sat up there after all this time and want to be like, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't recall. Really, Kelsey? Really? And then what was the cherry on top was after Tory Lanez was already, in custody on Christmas, she gonna be like, I'm so blunt. No, you're not. No, you are not sitting up here posting with your 1501 label husband, baby daddy, whoever, talking about I'm so blessed to have my family this holiday season. When you sat on that stand and lied, Kelsey. Who? She sat up. She lied because she said she didn't remember when she knew she did. Not him playing devil's advocate. It's not the time for that. It's not the time, place for that. Moving on. Y'all, I wrote down everything I had to say because I've been waiting to go in on y'all because y'all have been harassing me. They have. Y'all have been harassing me for believing a black woman. Okay, moving on. So then I do want to say that Kelsey will never have a career in music after this. If you have been following Megan for a while, then you have seen Kelsey in some of the vlogs. And I remember one scene in particular where Kelsey was coming to Meg like, yeah, I can't get up with this producer. Girl, and you will never get up with them. You will be a wife and a mother, and you will not have a music career. You really thought you were going to be a rapper now? After this? Girl, please. And you thought Megan was going to not get up and dust her shoulders off, baby? You will never. I hope your record label exec, babe, hope your record label exec hubby can get you the hookup because you're not getting it anywhere else, Kelsey. Like, seriously. And then when she made that diss song in Poor Taste,
that was crazy. Insane. So, and that's another thought I have. I felt like had Tory came a little bit more humble after the incident, maybe it wouldn't have been brought to this heightened moment. Because huh? He just taking a deal. Yeah, he probably would have. So he made a whole album, multiple lines on the songs about Megan, and basically calling her a liar. calling her a liar and all these things. Whatever. Moving on. So during the trial, we were only given like excerpts from particular lawyers that were actually sitting in the court. The trial was not televised. We couldn't hear what was going on either. So we were only being like baby fed little tidbits of information. We didn't get everything up front, as we shouldn't have, nosies, because y'all really tried to sit here and pick apart this case like y'all was in the courtroom when y'all weren't even there. Baby, you weren't there. You weren't there. Talking about some, oh, well, they said this. Baby, and you weren't there. You don't have all the facts and figures because you weren't there. And let me just say that to all the internet lawyers and paralegals and internet, please. Y'all watch one episode of Law and Order SVU and think you know something. This is not the fair, baby. Okay? Y'all watch one episode of Law and Order and think you can comment on something. We were being spoon-fed bits of information. So get this. After that verdict came out, the visuals and audio that were played in court surfaced less than 24 hours after the verdict was made public to the world. The body cam footage of the police officer that rode in the ambulance with Megan came out. Emotional. Did you see it?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Let me cut your mic on.
If we would have got that first, it would have been over.
Yep.
I don't know why we didn't get it first. Like, why were we?
Because we weren't supposed to have it.
But what were we? Okay, if you look at just how they treated Tory, it's just like, were they trying to like mess this man's career up, his life up? Because if they had all of this evidence.
My
it's
thing,
over.
but then I still go back to the fact that we weren't supposed to have any of the. We weren't even supposed to know. You know what I mean? We weren't even supposed to know what was going on. But I'm glad that these things came out after the fact, because y'all really tried to sit up there like it was sad. So we see Megan sitting. You can't see her face. You see the back of her weave, and you see her sitting in the chair, and she is bawling, y'all. I got a little teary-eyed watching it. Like, she was just sitting there crying, in pain, embarrassed. Like, you don't even. And the thing is, the Tory Lane supporters, you don't even care to see her side, to see her emotion. And that is what really pisses me off. You don't even care to see her side, to see her emotion, to see, you know, what she's going through. Y'all are just like, she's a liar. She's trying to ruin a black man. Is she? She didn't even snitch on him at first because she was scared. Is she trying to ruin him? Same thing with Keke Palmer. Didn't even tell at first because she was scared, but then she did. She went back on the Breakfast Club and like, y'all, that makes my stomach hurt. So then the audio of the jail call come out. Oh! Tory Lanez calls Kelsey from jail, county jail, basically trying to get the temp on the situation. Where's Megan? And I'm so sorry. I was drunk and blah, blah, blah. Kelsey, you're the op for real. Like, not only did you pick up the phone and approve the call, you dropped the dime on Megan's location. Like, who are you? Did y'all even go to college together? Like, y'all, like, are y'all really friends like y'all said? Like, what type of low level ground person would do that? I'm questioning her motives at this point. The check cleared. Okay, that 1 million. What was it? 1 million that was offered. Yeah, and then they were like, "Did you take any money?" She was like, "No, I don't remember." Whatever. You didn't remember nothing. She didn't remember anything. You couldn't even remember who paid for your lawyer.
It was so interesting though, because again, they gave her immunity, so it's like she should have just told the truth. Yeah,
so that was also interesting how she asked for immunity as soon as she stepped into the court. Why? What do you need to be immune from, Kelsey? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If y'all have any smoke for anybody, it really needs to be Kelsey, because at some point I was like, is Megan on trial here? What's going on? Is she on trial? No, she was there as the victim, and y'all drug it out so bad. And then what I do love, Hosea, is it Sanchez or Chanchez? I don't know. Y'all know I'm talking about from the game. I don't know. His last name is spelled CH and then like how the Sanchez. Sir, I'm so sorry, Jose. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Anywho, I love what he said. He made a post basically speaking out in support of Megan. And what I took away the most from that caption was, had this been Kylie that was shot, had this been Kylie, y'all would have never questioned her character. Y'all would have never questioned her value. Y'all would have never questioned her word. But if this is Megan, and I'm with Amanda Seales on this one. I don't know why y'all hate her so much. Apparently Joe Budden, she's done some foul stuff to people behind. Boy, and so have you. Call up your baby mamas. Call up your ex-girlfriends. Pull up the police reports. Joe, I'm sure you burned some bridges too, but I'm sure Megan didn't assault anybody behind the scenes. Joe Budden, how about let's run the check on that? Let's do that. Talking about she's hurt. Oh my God! That, I can't. That literally, like, what? That burns me up. She's hurt people. Has she? She's done some shady stuff behind the scenes. And so have you, Mr. Pump It Up. So have you, Joe. Yeah. So this is what I want to say. Like all the men I named, Joe Budden, DJ Academics, 50 Cent, Drake, and all the other faceless men and women who publicly ridiculed and dragged Megan owe her a public apology.
I was going to ask you about that. How do you feel about the black women saying things?
Sick. It was so hard not to be reactive in those. And I would just be like, every time somebody came to me with their thoughts and opinions, she stepped in glass, she's lying, blah, they couldn't find the bullets. After the surgeon confirmed that she was shot and y'all still tried to put her sex life on trial, it was up for every last one of y'all. I didn't know how to react in the moment when people were coming for me, asking me about why I think Megan is credible. I didn't know I was like, I'm waiting for the verdict. And that's what I told. Did I not? I said, I will not. I held out 2 years. So I said, I will not talk about this until the verdict comes out because y'all are embarrassing her, humiliating her. Could you imagine? And I hate as women when we have to weaponize men's family. Like, oh, what if that was your mom? What if that was your sister? We shouldn't have to weaponize the women in your life for you to get it. It's disgusting, personally. So y'all all owe her a public apology. And then one more thing before I get up out of here. One more thing. Megan just won the first round in her contract battle.
Oh, yeah.
With 1501 Entertainment, Carl Crawford. So apparently she, correct me if I'm wrong, she has a deal where she has to do a certain amount of albums.
Yeah, so
yes.
They basically, Rock Nation bought her out of her contract, but they're saying that no, she still owes us another album.
Okay, so Megan is saying that her album she dropped for Halloween, Something for the Hotties, it's like 20 tracks. She says it's considered an album. The 1501 is saying, no, it's not. They brought their argument to the judge. The judge said, get that out of my face immediately. She said, get it out. Did she not? So the judge denied that and said, yeah, we're going to court. We're going to trial now. So I just want to say, Megan the Stallion, the long leg, thick booty popping Houston bred, that girl, yeah. She is coming for everything she is owed in 2023. And I mean that. Y'all talking about some her career. She about to come out with a banger this summer and I can't wait. Okay, I'm wishing wealth for her, movie deals, brand deals.
Remember she said she got that first look deal with Netflix.
Okay, period. Megan Thee Stallion, I am so glad I never wavered from you. I could cry. I'm not even playing. Like when the verdict came out, I was emotional. I did not waver. I believe her. To every last one of y'all in my comments, in my DMs, dragging me for filth, you're mighty quiet. You are mighty quiet now. That's all I have to say. Whether you believe that Tory shot her or not, he still had the gun. It was hot on his possession when they found it. That's all that matters. And guess what? The judicial system said he's guilty. And that's all that matters. So I just want to say, I love you, Megan. I do. I really do. And I can't wait to see all of the wonderful things you are going to bring to your fans in 2023, and I mean that. Shout out to her, and shout out to everyone who believes Black women the first time. Okay, that's all I have to say. You can follow me on my YouTube, Blondeberry Media. Subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at blondeberry media. I love you guys. I'm so excited for everything we have coming in the new year. I will be here next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.